Hello, we represent the ICCC Erasmus research team and would like to use this video as an introduction for how to resettle children into their kindergartens after the COVID-19 lockdown. In this video, we will talk about the importance of settling a child in after the corona quarantine and how educators can successfully work with families and their children to help them transition back into the kindergarten as seamlessly as possible. The settling in process refers to a child's transition into an early childcare center. It is a unique time in a child's life which can have a significant impact on their development. It is also a time to form their resilience and social-emotional competence. Not only have the children not been in their classrooms, but they have also likely only been at home around the same people for this extended period of time. During this process, the children had to experience a sudden isolation from many familiar people, as well as potentially challenging time at home. We need to be sensitive and understanding to their needs and potential concerns about being into the classroom. Even if they are excited to see their teachers on the first day, it doesn't mean they're not going through a new settling in. In order to resettle our children back in, the educators need to go back and rely on some of the tools and ideas they used in the beginning of the year, such as their routine, considering how to prepare for transitions, and finding ways to include the children as a community. Parents and educators must work together during this process, which requires being patient on both sides. It is essential for educators to begin an open dialogue with families beforehand and to maintain transparency throughout the resettling in process so that they may be aware of the needs of both the parents and the child and can work to meet them. Keep on the next slide to learn more about how to successfully do this. When the educators come together and discuss what it will look like upon returning to the classroom, it is important to check in, ensure that the classroom feels like a welcoming and safe place for children to settle back in, and to make plans for the first few days to weeks back. The education team must also make time to discuss their new dynamic and change rules and regulations before resettling in the children. If a group of educators are not on the same page as to what the settling in process and new protocols should entail, or how to form relationships with children and work on social distancing with parents, it will make functioning as a team very difficult. The next step is to contact the families in advance. Greet them via email, make phone calls if needed, invite parents to and address any concerns families may have. Collect information from families how they spend the time of closure and how affected they are with the situation to have an overview of the possible mindset of resettling in children. This will help families feel prepared for what is to come, open up a line of communication for the next steps, and help educators feel ready for what to expect. This type of change can be overwhelming for both children and their parents, and it is one of the key reasons why a thoughtful resettling in is essential. Ultimately, the goal of the process is for the child to become confident with their new normality, get to know new health and safety rules and regulations, and discover playing outside of their experiences, spaces, and play materials. When children return to the kindergarten after this experience, it will be important to maintain the same type of schedule that was in place before they left, as long as it is still in accordance to new regulations. Make sure to use picture schedules that reflect these routines. Give children few minutes warning before a transition to give them time to adapt. Visuals such as stand timers are very helpful in allowing the child to prepare for the next transition. Rest time may look and appear very different than what it was prior to quarantine. From day one, it will be important to have a consistent nap time routine that can help the child feel more relaxed. But remember to be flexible and understanding. It can help provide visual aids such as rest time routine chart, which will include pictures of what will happen during rest time. Remember, as an educator, that remaining calm is essential for a successful resettling in. The same applies here for both the educators and the parents. Children are sensitive to the mood in their environment, and they notice when parents are worried or afraid. Listening to children and giving them time are important steps in a direction for a new normal. Listen to children, especially at less structured times. Help them recognize their feelings, worries, and questions. Remember to involve children in tasks and responsibilities. This shows a respect and understanding of their competencies and their ability to adapt to this new time. We understand that this could feel difficult for many educators and families. Expectations for the children to come back easily will be very high, but a well-prepared team of educators and well-informed families will help create the best possible scenario for resettling in all children within a respectful and appreciative setting. Early intervention in a resettling in period after closure helps prevent potential risk factors. It is paramount that the safety, well-being, and best interests of a child are the top priority of both the educators and the parents. Please refer to our online materials and website for more information about these topics and others. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to providing more tools to help with these transitions and more.